Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am making healthy recipes for both goldfish and fruit roll-ups because you guys requested them like crazy. I love this series that I've been doing on my channel. I've made Dunkaroos, Gushers, Reese's Puff cereal, so I'm going to leave that playlist down below in case you haven't seen those videos, but I'm so excited for today's video. Turned out delicious, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, guys, so starting off for the goldfish crackers, I'm using chickpea flour, which is also called garbanzo bean flour. It's super high in fiber, and it's going to stabilize your blood sugar, meaning you won't get cravings, and this is also good for maintaining a healthy weight. Then I'm adding in some nutritional yeast, which is kind of known to be a nice cheesy flavor, but it's also rich in B12, so if you're vegan or don't eat a lot of meat, this is important. And it also has iron as well, so adding in a few tablespoons of that. Next up is some turmeric. Turmeric is great for boosting your brain function, for inflammation, plus it has a nice color to it as well. So I'm using, of course, my Star Wars spatula and stirring that all together so that the nutritional yeast, the turmeric, and the chickpea flour all blends together. Then I'm adding in some baking powder because we do want our crackers to kind of puff up and crisp, and then I'm mixing that in there as well. Now, if you don't want to use garbanzo bean flour, you can use almond flour here, just not coconut flour because coconut flour is very different. Then I'm adding in a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I was at the end of my bottle here, so it was coming out pretty slowly, but this adds a nice healthy fat to the crackers. And what healthy fats do is they help to satiate you, which means they help to make you feel full and to satisfy you. So I'm adding that in there, and then we're going to be adding in some water, which is just going to help the cracker dough bind together. So you're just going to fold that until you get one solid mixture and everything is combined. Once you get your dough ball, I'm putting that on to the counter between two sheets of plastic wrap. This makes it a lot easier to roll out because then it doesn't stick to your rolling pin. You can use flour too, but then you're adding more flour into the mixture and the crackers might become too dry. So this is my favorite way to roll out anything. Crackers, cookies, whatever kind of dough, it's kind of my little hack. I'm using a little goldfish mold, which I will link down below, and then you just cut them out and bake them for 12 to 15 minutes, and you will get your nice puffy goldfish crackers. They turned out so good. I'm so happy. So once your goldfish are out of the oven, they are ready to eat. Let's go ahead and do the taste. They're totally crunchy. They give you that like cheesy puffed cracker vibe, and I love the little shape. I think they're so fun. You can do a smiley if you want by like with a knife making a little smile. You don't have to put them in the fridge. You can just keep them in your pantry. I'm going to put some of these as a snack in my purse for when I get hungry because I'm always hungry on the go. They're good. So on to the fruit roll-ups, I am making the strawberry flavor. You can use whatever kind of fruit that you like, but I really like strawberry, and plus these organic ones were on sale, so I thought it was meant to be. You're going to start by taking the tops off of these strawberries. I like using this method rather than like chopping off half of the strawberry, and you're going to put that into a food processor or a blender. I've talked about this before, but I love my little like blender food processor that I always link down below. A little bit of maple syrup, like about a tablespoon, and blend it together, and that's it. It's 2 ingredients. You pour it onto some parchment paper onto a baking tray and just spread it out until it's about 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters thick. So you don't want it to be too thick, otherwise it won't cook properly. Not cook, but dehydrate properly. And if it's too thin, then it's just going to be too thin. So you're going to bake, but bake really means dehydrate because we're doing it at a super low temperature. And then I'm cutting it like through the parchment paper so that it stays on there. So then I'm just rolling it up. And this is more of like a fruit leather, fruit jerky style of a fruit roll up. So it's not going to be like exactly the same because it's only made with 2 ingredients. Let's try some fruit roll up. It tastes just like fruit roll up. And because fruit tastes more sweet when it's warm, you don't need to add more sugar than like the 1 tablespoon. I might even leave that out next time. And I like that you can do this with so many different fruits. You could make mango, raspberry, blueberry, whatever you want kind of flavor. You could even do a swirl, which would be really fun. That's a good idea for my next time I make these. I'm so happy this turned out. You just have to be patient with the oven and letting them dehydrate, because if you try to go at a higher temperature, it's going to cook the fruit as opposed to like dehydrate it. So Just be patient and you will have some yummy fruit roll-ups. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below the next thing you want me to healthify, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.